Hi guys, welcome to our fourth lesson of table tennis or Pong. Okay, now at the moment we have this game and the ball is bouncing between our paddles and it's basically going forever like this. Okay, now this is pretty cool. However, what you'll notice is I put myself into a loop here. Okay, and this loop basically makes it do the same thing every time. Okay, so what I want to do is, see this change direction to 180 degrees. I actually want to change it to make it random. Okay, but first, this code here is also really complicated. There's lots going on. We can actually find ways of simplifying it, and we'll use that in our operators. Now, I really like this one, the OR button, because I'm doing the same thing if it touches either sprite. So I can say if it's touching this sprite or that sprite, and put that in there. Now, this says do this if it's in there. So I'm just going to dump that. And then we have the same thing happening with way less code. And that's what we like as programmers. We like to use less code. Next, okay, we got this loop here. We don't like this loop. Okay, this basically means you never have to move your paddles and it just stays that way. Okay, we change that by using the random button. Okay, now what we're going to do with the random button, we're going to pick a number randomly between 150 and 200. Okay, and we're going to duplicate that. We're going to make two of them and we're going to put it in here when it says turn X degrees. Okay. Okay. And that should fix our loop. If you can see now, shouldn't always go the same place. Watch, it's going to prove me wrong. There we go, it's broken. Okay, now it's randomly picking it, so it actually makes the game out a little bit harder. Okay. We could actually work on this program quite a lot and do lots of code and make it so every time it hits the top of our paddle, it goes up. It goes this way, bottom goes this way, and middle goes straight back. Okay, we're not going to do that. It's just a bit more work right now, and we're just a bit more complicated than we can handle. So we've got this at the moment. Next, we want to make this ball speed change. Frankly, this is quite boring. It doesn't actually get harder. If you actually lose at this stage, it's because, well, look at the speed. I mean, I can move twice the speed as my paddle, and it's just, yeah, not that great. So we're going to actually do a variable ball speed, okay? We do that by clicking make a variable, and I want this to apply to all sprites, okay? Because I want to change a few things when it comes to this ball speed. And then you see it appear right at the top left-hand side, okay? Now, when we create a variable, we have to put it in our controller and set it to start with, okay? I'm going to set my initial ball speed to 3, so it's really slow. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to, every time it hits a paddle, I'm going to change it. So every time it hits a paddle, it's going to change it by 0.5. Okay, that means by half. Then I'm going to use that ball speed. I'm going to make it in our steps. Okay, we're going to start it. Bang, it starts at 3. I basically did that on, and now I've set it to 7. Okay, so now we can see that every time we hit the paddle, it increases. This game actually gets hard. You have to preempt where the ball's going to be before it gets to you. Okay, sometimes that does happen. I'll have to fix that actually. Oh, it's on 17. Now what actually happened in one of them times is when it hit my paddle, it didn't move forward enough. So basically I'm going to reduce this back to 10. Okay, because then we won't have the problem of hitting my paddle 3 times before it runs away, like it did before. Okay. Now we have variable ball speed and we have simplified code, so it's a bit more random, okay? What we don't have is points. We'll work on that next, okay? All right, see you in the next video.